So here's a quick entertaining one about a guy who handles things like a boss, at least in my opinion. After his ex-girlfriend came back after 2 years out of nowhere, begging and pleading and bombarding him with messages and all to give her a second chance. And wait till you see the reason why she broke up with him, why she wouldn't have anything to do with him. I mean, it goes to show you she's nuts. But that'd be a very good one to go over here, guys, showing that they always come back. They always come back when they feel like things aren't going too well, they want other options, and how you should not entertain these wackos. And obviously, when there's red flags, it's best to part ways. It says here, title is, Ex-Girlfriend who broke up with me because I won't have a tattoo of her name, wants to reconcile after 2 years. Am I the a-hole for telling her to F off? And a shout out to Brendan for sending this story. He says here, we dated for 2 years. She loved tattoos and maybe had 6 tattoos when we were dating. She's one of those, huh? I've known gals that have lots of tattoos and they were pretty cool. And I've known gals with tattoos and they were definitely a little bit unhinged. To be honest, I never liked tattoos, but I don't judge people for having it. Once we had an argument on a topic that she had a tattoo right above her hoo-ha written as, wait for it, James's property. James is my surname. This chick put James' property. That'd be like a chick putting SSM's property right above her hoo-ha. I mean, holy crap. On the one hand, I tip my hat to this guy for pulling this off. But two, she's nuts. She said she had done this for me. I appreciated her, but I also told her it was not necessary. I told her she doesn't need to show her love by making her body, and I love her for being herself. She took it offensively and started to argue with me, saying that I don't love her and I don't appreciate her efforts for our relationship. We had an argument, but was able to solve it and pass through it. So because you weren't like doing cartwheels and all and celebrating and probably saying I get a tattoo with your name across my package, then I don't love you and don't appreciate you. Okay. So already, guys, you can see here the fact that she got his name tattooed above her hoo-ha, unless she gets together with another guy named James or Jim or Jimmy, whatever you want to call something from James, there's a problem here. And now she's starting a bunch of drama. I'm willing to bet you she's probably good in the sack. That's probably why he's with her. Then she asked me to have a tattoo of her name on my neck as her birthday present. Get the fuck out of here. She knew I absolutely hate tattoos and do participate in blood donations events, so it's a big no for me. I told her she can ask anything else, but I will not get a tattoo. She again started to argue with me, but I was firm in my decision. Then she lost it, called me names, shouted at me, and accused me of using her. How are you using her if you're not going to get a tattoo of her name across your neck? Clearly this guy didn't tell her to get his name tattooed above her hoo-ha. Clearly he didn't say I'm going to break up with you otherwise. She wanted to do that. You know? She's nuts. And let's be honest here, a guy that is not into tattoos at all, with a gal that's really into them all over her body, has his name above her hoo-ha, how are these two going to work? I mean, come on here. I couldn't believe what I was hearing from her at that moment. I realized our relationship was getting toxic. You think? Dude, it's been toxic a while. I wanted to end it, but wanted to give her another chance because I loved her. Smack! More like I'm sure you love seeing your name as you're plowing her. To my surprise, she broke up with me, saying she can't be with someone who doesn't love her. Before I could do anything, I found myself blocked in her every social media. Dude, you're dodging a big one here. She's doing you a favor. She's nuts. And you love her? No, you love the BJs. You love the, plowing her. Come on here. So 2 years have passed, and since then I'm doing a lot better and much better position right now. I'm doing really well, and I'm earning a fair income as well. I gained new hobbies, I met new people, and became friends with them. Great. A man will always move on. But last night, I got plenty of messages from my ex asking, how was I? They always come back 2 years later. I wasn't expecting this because I almost forgot that she existed because of the way we parted, but I didn't reply to any of them. So notice a bunch of messages. So it wasn't like she just sent one message, hey, I'm sorry how things ended, I hope you're doing well, love to hear from you, that's it, and left it at that. No, she's bombarding with messages. Again, this chick is unhinged. At midnight, I get a bunch of calls from her, but didn't pick any of them up. In the early morning, she called again and was sending me messages continuously. So clearly a leopard doesn't change. Leopard does not change the spots. She's still mentally effed up as before. Finally, I picked her call and she said we need to talk. No, we don't. And why are you calling me 16,000 times in one day? I told her what, and she immediately said she made a huge mistake by breaking up with me. That she misses me and she wants me back. Translation: the other guy that she went to hook up with is probably treating her like dog crap. The guy that probably has tattoos all over his body and piercings and all that is probably treating her like crap, and now she wants this good guy back. She also said that she won't force me for anything again, and I'll try to remove these tattoos if I want. I was listening to her, but for some reason I didn't feel anything. Because it's been 2 years. You don't give a shit. You're over her. It's maybe because my life has become more beautiful without her in these last 2 years, and I don't want to sacrifice it. I just said, fuck off and never contact me again. Then I blocked her. Awesome, dude. Now, a lot of people don't like the way you handled it, but I like the way you handled it. I don't know what if I did was right or wrong, but I shared it with some of my friends today. Some of them said I did the right thing. Some of them said I was extra cruel to her for saying it because she was trying to get a chance to fix a broken relationship. Am I the a-hole? No. You had to be harsh and firm with her because otherwise she'll keep bugging you. That's why. And remember, you thought you had a good thing going, and she was always starting the drama saying, you don't love me because you won't get a tattoo of my name, probably her name's Jessica, across your goddamn neck. That's ridiculous. It was a drama fest with her, right? Now you should have known this going into the relationship initially, but it was a drama fest with her. So, and then the way she was, one message, okay, that's fine. If he told her to fuck off after her sending one message, maybe we can have a conversation of being cruel. But when she's bombarding with messages and calls and all that, no, she's just as much of a wacko. He need to be mean. Now maybe she might show up and key his car or something. I hope that doesn't happen, but still, my opinion, no. Now some comments here before I wrap this up. One guy says, so not wrong here. Assuming you have no other tattoos, demanding a neck tattoo for someone's first tattoo is effing wild. This B is crazy, and you should have blocked her 2 years ago. Don't take that hoe back. She wasn't trying to fix anything, she just wants to manipulate you. Well, I guarantee you there'll be a whole lot of drama with her. He took her back. Another guy, honestly, in this case, I think the OP gave exactly the response that was needed. He gave her the courtesy of listening and then heard her bullshit and wanted to leave no window open in her mind. Well done, OP. Civility has its place, but not one of them is here. I agree. Another one. Why are you working so hard? You've answered your own question with this. He says, I didn't feel anything. It's maybe because my life has become so much more beautiful without her in 2 years. Blah, blah, blah. She is crazy, and you shouldn't waste another second wondering if you were right. If she called it quit 2 years ago, there's no relationship to fix, and I'm betting it was your female friends that were saying you were being extra cruel. Good point. She walked away, and things have not worked out as she expected. I suspect that others dealing with her got tired of her crap quickly. Don't look back. What's behind you is not important. Amen. The only thing that's behind you guys is that you can learn from a bad experience and learn from your mistakes and then move forward. Now one more. This guy says, not wrong. Unnecessarily hostile perhaps, but not wrong. Fact is, she's doing the same crap she did years ago. If she actually changed, she wouldn't be blowing up your phone overnight. She'd be calling one time or sending a single respectful message apologizing. She's doing the same crap that she did when she wants something. She's obsessing and trying to get it. When it was a tattoo, she kept asking and flipping out. Now it's getting you back, so rather than being patient and respectful, she's blowing up your phone. So while the way you said it was a bit more harsh and hostile than absolutely necessary, you had every right to say it. Because you and her don't have a broken relationship. You have no relationship. You had one previously, but it ended 2 years ago. When she ended it, and quite harshly and coldly, I might add, she blocked you. You have every right to tell her to F off just as you did to you. Well, make up your mind, dude. Either he has the right to do it or not. And objectively, you're right not to want her back. It won't go anywhere good. Okay. So the comment section is pretty much unanimous in this that he did the right thing. Some people thought he was being mean, but you know what? She deserved it. She's a wacko. Because any kindness he may show to her, she'll interpret his weakness and try to exploit it. Guaranteed. I would just watch out for his car. She doesn't try to key his car or burn a bag of poo on his doorstep or something like that. That was very 90s. I guess nobody burns bags of poo anymore. Who knows? It's arson, so we don't want to do that. But anyhow, I wish this guy all the best. And I'll be looking for updates here because something tells me she'll be back.